Hey Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do the stars and the cards have to tell you about your money, career, and business life for the month of July? We're going to dive in and find out, so keep watching. All right, Taurus, we're going to start first with a little astrological overview of your month ahead vis-a-vis your money, career, and business astrological energies. We start the month off with Venus and Mars still in your fourth house of home and family and roots. So there may have been a lot of activity around the home, a lot of expenditures regarding the home or family situations that you have maybe been dealing with. This could ease up a bit after July 10th when Mars goes into your fifth house of love, romance, and creativity in the house of the entrepreneur. So you may find that the pace picks up, you feel more directed and aligned with whatever you've got going on creatively or with your business. You're going to have a lot of creative energy pouring, very focused into something you're building for your business, or whatever you're trying to do to perhaps get out of a creative rut or creative comfort zone and kind of push the envelope a little bit. We will have a new moon in your house of communications on the 17th of July in Cancer. So this ties in with Mars being in that fifth house as well for you, Taurus. So it would be a good thing to perhaps set some new intentions for new ways you can reinvigorate your creative life vis-a-vis your career. And when I say your creative life, it just means, the way you promote yourself, especially because we're talking the third house. Third house is also writing, speaking, teaching, networking, sales. So it may be time again to really focus your creative energies in those areas and set some new intentions, especially after July 17th. The focus returns to your home and family and roots as Venus goes retrograde July 22nd in Leo, which is your fourth house. The sun will also be in Leo. Venus will be retrograde until September 4th in the sign of Leo. So there may be a revisiting of situations regarding monetary expenditures relating to the home and the family. This is not a time to be buying decor or large furniture items or something else for your home. Okay, if you can help it. Now, like I'd like to say, we don't have the world come to a dead stop just because a planet's retrograde. We still have to live our lives. But if you can postpone a decision to spend money on something home-related, that would be advisable during the Venus retrograde period. Because if you buy something like a new sofa or something, let's just say, you may decide, I don't like the color. Right after Venus goes direct. It really doesn't match the decor. Or I'm going to have to switch up and repaint my whole house just to have this sofa fit in with my vision. It can be something like that, right? So you just want to keep an eye on that. On the 28th, Mercury will enter your fifth house. Mars will still be there as well. So you will get an added boost in terms of your creative projects, creative efforts that you've got percolating. Be advised, yes, Mercury goes retrograde too at the end of August. So even though you may get an inspired idea that you're feeling really excited about, maybe particularly toward the end of July, or some new problem-solving approach to finances or something like that, just know that you may revamp that idea, you may tweak it, rework it during the Mercury retrograde period at the end of August into the beginning of September. All right, Taurus, let's see what the tarot has to say about your money, career, and business life in the month of July. How is Jupiter working its magic for you in your sign, Taurus? I would love to know. Leave me a comment. All right, let's see what we have. North Node getting ready to switch out of your sign in the middle of the month. Okay, some planetary changes are afoot. Speaking of changes, we have Temperance, and we have the Judgment. Okay. Eight of Wands, there's that Leo energy. Three of Cups, beautiful. And a Knight of Swords. Okay. I think you are going to have a very inspired idea this month especially if you're an entrepreneur and have your own business, or if you are a creative person in terms of like performing, writing, again, all that third house stuff, speaking, teaching, networking, sales, all of those things. Okay, I mean, of course, everybody looks like they're going to have a good month, but in particular, the more entrepreneurial, creative types with this Three of Cups energy showing up here could be really having something to celebrate. But this looks very, very good for all of you. All right, but here's the thing: we have the Sagittarian energy showing up first out of the gate, which is a very protected change, right? It is a change brought by the higher realms, spirit guides, angels, the universe working in your favor. It is a healing energy. So it is your 8th house of other people's money. Okay, so and this includes taxes, inheritances, mortgages, probate, insurance, like all of those other people money situations, banks, refinancing, debt, all of that kind of thing. 8th house matters. So perhaps around the 20th, but it could be at some other time period in the month. It might be the 8th. We got an 8 of Wands showing up here. Could be the 20th. Could also be around the middle of the month as well. There looks to be some sort of decision that you are going to be making about which offer to take, which direction to go in. We have the 8 showing up again here. This is Leo, but it's fire. It's 8 fire, and 8 fire is your 8th house also. So there could be some options presented to you to handle your personal finances in regards to other people's finances. All right. So in those areas, like there could be possibilities of different ways you can consolidate debt, as an example, different ways that you can, remanage your finances, reinvest something, or manage investments, whatever it is, right? There's options there. Okay. So I think that's important to remember if you're, trying to deal with different heavy financial situations in your life right now. You do have options, it seems. And I think you're going to land on the right option that is for you with the 3 of Cups here, which is a celebration energy, good news, etc. Knight of Swords, fast, sign the paperwork, and we're done. And we're moving forward. I think this is going to wrap up for you before that Venus retrograde, July 22nd. Okay, I would encourage you to wrap it up before then. Okay, now, if you're doing some sort of job search, it is possible that there's multiple irons in the fire, multiple targets you're trying to reach with your CV, and you could get some good news about some sort of job search. It's very possible here with these energies. Okay, and again, 8th house, other people's money, is also people who pay us. Like an employer. I mean, okay. Now, I also feel too that there can be a positive change and some sort of important announcement with the Judgment card here. If you've had a lot of creative irons in the fire, especially, as I was saying before, good news could be coming for you. Okay, with this 3 of Cups, and cause you to have a change of mind in a positive sense. Like maybe you're getting a little bummed out. Well, I haven't heard yet about the book proposal I submitted, or, the marketing plan I launched, or I'm still waiting on my Facebook ad revenue to start generating me some sales. I've been paying Facebook ads, like, where's my sales? Like, it can be stuff like that, like lots of irons again in the fire. So this is very positive, Taurus. I feel like you're pumped. You're heading in the right direction. Things are on the upswing. That's what I feel from these energies. Okay. Very, very, very positive here. And there is an important announcement. I mean, this is the thing with the Judgment. Now, when I say announcement, it can be that you're making an announcement to people. Hey, my play has been accepted. It's going to be produced, next month. This could be an important announcement from your bank or lender. Like, think about the student loan. Everybody's like waiting to hear on that. That's an important financial announcement that involves other people's money. Right? So it can be that type of announcement that you're also waiting to hear about in some financial area of your life involving other people's money. And you're happy with the options. You're happy with the results. And again, with the Knight of Swords, it can just be like the paperwork is finally signed. We're moving on from whatever this waiting was to get the information, to get the announcement, to get the yes. So things on the upswing, and I think getting an important yes, so you can move along. That's the other thing with this Knight of Swords, so that you're not still waiting to make this decision and move forward. All right, let's see what else we got going on for you, Taurus. Ariel is concentrating. Good old Ariel. She's concentrating. She's doing her best. Her tail is flicking all over the place, so she's really concentrating when that happens. All right, Taurus, what do we have? Okay, we have some organize for success. Do not let the word organize intimidate you, as it is simply a way for you to ensure clarity of purpose. Okay. Organizing your thoughts. That's gonna be happening for you with that Knight of Swords that was showing up. Your reports, your living and workspace, and your finances will help you know and plan your next action steps. Yes, so let's clarify that, but that ties in with that 8th house, other people's money. Whatever's happening is going to help you refocus into the next step of clarity of purpose, whatever you're trying to achieve for your money, career, and business life. Okay, and as it says, know and plan your next action steps. Okay, so that's good. All right, let's see what we need to know about that. And also, because that 8 of Wands can be, again, like different possibilities that are, as I said, are surfacing. So organization, once that comes in, you're going to be able to organize for, getting the next phase going in your life. Right now, things are still a little in the air, right, with that 8 of Wands. But they will be decided, right? Things will be clear. And you'll be able to regroup and get yourself situated for the next phase. Yeah, Leo season, King of Wands, and the 8 of Cups. Okay. All right, so again, we're clarifying this card. Look, we have your energy here, and also the Fool, which was under these 2 cards. So there's a brand new beginning at hand for you. This is what's happening. Okay, so we have the full moon, which is happening July 3rd. That is happening in Capricorn, the big picture perspective of your life, the 9th house, the direction you see yourself going in. But this card can also be a new moon. It just depends on what you're asking about, because we have both moons emphasized in this card. Excuse me, cat hair. So in any case, by Leo season, which is what we've been talking about, by the 22nd, it's going to be important for you to take charge of clearing out emotional clutter is what I feel. Clearing the decks, leaving behind stuff. And I feel it's emotional, but it's also literal stuff that is not going to help you going forward in the next iteration of what's going to be happening for you. Okay, so the King of Wands is very much a managerial, directing energy, right? Like what he says goes, my way or the highway, like get it done now. You're very bossy. Get it done now. And also very loyal. So I think there's some maybe emotional baggage or literal stuff and or both hanging around that are actually in a way disloyal to yourself and the new direction and new situations you're manifesting in your life. So it's time for out with the old and in with the new, emotionally and also literally. I mean, wands are literal physical stuff. So that's what I'm saying, literal stuff you have around the house. Take charge of what's there, organize it or get rid of it. That's the thing. Okay, now, I know you're fixed energy, and I know sometimes it's like, maybe borderline hoarding, situation. I mean, but you have one and an extra one, which is, I think, practical. I got Mercury in Taurus. I think that's practical, especially if it's something you use and you're afraid you're never going to find it again. I have a backup steamer, a backup vegetable steamer, because you can't find those anymore. So that's a whole long story, but it's like that type of thing. Or yes, I am going to use that. I just have one backup, because over time, what happens with the vegetable steamer is the plastic, even though it's sturdy plastic, I use it a lot. Over time, to cook broccoli or rice or whatever you're doing. Like over time, the plastic degrades. So you have to get a new one. All right. But anyway, I digress. But my point is I just have one backup. I don't have 5. Okay. So there's something here for you. The organization for success. Do you really need all these backup things? And do you really need to be still holding on to stuff from also, I would say, a previous identity? So there is a little element here for me of an identity shift as well. Also because, as I showed you, we had the Hierophant and the Fool showing up for you, which, again, your energy, committing to this new beginning and new version of your money, career, and business life self. So some of you are maybe embarking upon a whole new career, or you're retiring, or, maybe you're contemplating a move across country or something like that. You've got to get rid of old stuff. This is like, when I moved from New York City down to North Carolina, I kept for so long these crazy ass blazers I used to wear when I was, teaching college English. I used to wear these, very like blazery things. Anyway, I held on to them for a while because it couldn't let go of that identity, right? And that time period in my life. So it's like that type of thing, Taurus. Okay? Let it go. Organize yourself so you're ready for this brand new situation manifesting in your life. Taurus, leave me a comment. Let me know what's going on for you with these energies in July. I would love to hear. We love you guys. Take care, and we will see you again soon. Stella Wilde signing out. Oh, and Ariel.